But tonight, it's all about finding that three, the three-point shooting. Keep shooting. We're confident in our group.
Great point. Yeah, you got to keep shooting the ball. They have not forgotten, T, how to shoot three-point shot. Matt, I'm anxious to see who takes his first three-point shot. It's right on cue. Donovan Mitchell buries the three-point bucket.
T-Bowler, what's important about tonight, too, is you got to take care of the points in the paint battle. Memphis, this is where they want to live. They want to live in the paint. They're number 1 in the NBA in points in the paint. They're also number 4 in fast break points.
But they've tied the score up at 10. And another giveaway by Utah, and Morant hangs on the rim, and the Grizzlies with a 2-point lead.
Especially when you've got the shot going early. You don't want to lose that rhythm by turning the ball over.
Now the Jazz, great start with the early threes by Donovan and Conley. On the backside by Anthony Tolliver out of Creighton. They'll feed Anderson in the paint, wrap around Valanciunas. That's great ball movement. Rudy had to go out, look at Anderson, and Donovan pass it off to Joe, bounce it. Here's a dribble drive by Clarkson in the paint, lunges forward and scores. Now that hopefully will help his confidence.
Yeah, that's the one right there. See if that turns into some good fortune from Jordan Clarkson.
Here's Brooks, split-legged jumper, count it. 2:21 Memphis, just past the 3-minute mark. Donovan, good look, scores it.
Yeah, that's a layup for Donovan.
With the Lakers the other night, that's the next step for Donovan, is knowing when to take over games, because he's got the talent.
I was just reminded the Jazz are title winners in Celtic pride, so you have to put maybe that one on the list. Tony Bradley gets a hand on that shot by Morant, and it goes outside. I tell you, a little luck on that.
8 points in the paint already in this first quarter for the Grizzlies. Only 6 for the Jazz.
Yeah, and a 7-0 run by the Grizzlies. There's a bucket. Jordan Clarkson heard you, Matt, drove it in the lane and scores 2 in the paint.
You know, no disrespect to Tony Bradley, but just imagine what the Grizzlies are thinking now. We don't have Rudy in the game. We're going to continue to go in here a lot more often, being that guy who is so vital for the Jazz. And here he gets a nice little lefty push shot right here and a potential N1 because Tony Bradley had the better position.
Inside, nice pass.
Tucker to Bradley. Tucker penetrating to the basket. Finding a wide open Tony Bradley.
A couple of buckets here in the second quarter by Bradley. That 3-point shot in the first quarter. 42-33 Memphis. They've got the ball. Brooks for 3. Knocks it home. 31 wide open threes for Utah against the Lakers.
Wow.
But the shots just won't go down. Gobert on a runner inside for 2. Need just some rhythm, some energy. 45-35. Inside. Gobert flushes down 2. Brooks has scored the last 11. He's got the ball again. How about 13 consecutive points for Dylan Brooks? I would agree. Lost by 5 to Portland, 2 to the Spurs, and 10 to the Pelicans. Once again, here's Kristen.
Guys, I actually spoke to the sideline reporter of the Memphis Grizzlies, Rob Fisher, trying to hold on to that. Also, he mentioned an added motivation for Ja Morant. He got some Twitter hater action going on the other day. He said he had the worst game of his career.
As the ball knocked away, he may have run into Tolliver, lost the handle. Here's Mike from 3-point land. Oh, nice flush as Donovan ran in. Donovan on the wing against Grayson Allen. Step back 3. Rainbows it up. Splashes in the 3-point bucket. Behind the screen of Gobert. Try to push it inside. Valanciunas read it perfectly. There's Rudy. Wide open. And puts down 2 more.
But one of the things you get is you get patience. You're not trying to rush anything. Taking your time, getting open shots like that one to Joe on the offensive end. It just kind of snowballs, and they get into a good rhythm.
High lob pass inside Gobert. So you put it right on his hand.
Great minds think alike.
Yes.
Right. I was just about to say that about Joe as well.
Royce O'Neal dialed in.
And Bowler, to me, you know, that run for the Jazz had to do with the defensive end as well, just as much as the offensive end.
You keep it consistent from quarter to quarter. We just saw them come off a great third quarter. Let's see if they can do just as well on both ends of the court. With Ja Morant knows that he's got to pick his game up.
Donovan flies it out to Royce. Here's Mike. Just hit a 3. Why not? Back-to-back 3-point shots by Mike. Grizzlies have it to Morant. straddles the three-point line. Now he'll fire deep and hits it. Has scoreless on 6 straight possessions. Donovan goes to work. Drives on Brooks. Hangs it up, scores it. Beautiful, strong move by Donovan.
What Valanciunas wants to do against Rudy, make sure he has body contact, because the more space you give a shot blocker, the easier it is for him to get your shot. As Donovan knocks a three-point shot down, making it look easy.
Well, Matt, you've talked about this often. We know Donovan as a dominant player, but even more so in the second half.
I think the hot hand's got to be found and continue letting Donovan decide and play make with the basketball. Good things usually happen when he's got the ball in his hands.
Well, he drew a double team there.
One time Rudy was covered and he had a little floater there, but I think he's starting to recognize now that he's got to be involved in this game.
Jazz hanging on by 1 with possession. 10 ties, 6 lead changes along the way. Jordan Clarkson in. Nice bounce pass from Donovan. Clarkson scores his 10th point off the bench.
So he's got it in him.
And Bowler, if you were asking me why he would be Rookie of the Year, it's more the fact that he has Memphis in the A spot. He has Memphis in the playoff.
Front court is Anderson. Tony Bradley protecting the paint here in the final minute and a half. That one bounces in. Nice touch by Anderson. Former Jazz man twice, Kyle Korver, Jeff Hornacek. You talk to any guy who makes his living shooting threes, which is what George does. Has it with Memphis on top. Nice save. Clarkson went out of bounds, saved it. Royce. Here's Joe in rhythm. 3 balls away. Bang. That is Joe Ingles ball right there.
In the game, Jordan Clarkson with a great save, with a great rhythm pass to Joe Ingles.
Jazz now 12 threes, 31 attempts. Clarkson controls that dribble, left hand, searching inside, scoops it, scores it.
He just is him, and Coach Quinn Snyder trusts him and lets him be him, and that's what you get.
Valanciunas just got.
Bowler, you're talking about good news is the fact that the Jazz are generating lots of open looks. That's within their offense. Bad news is so far in the bubble they haven't been making them.
299 with the ball to Memphis. Here's Morant. Kicks it out. Grayson Allen. 3 balls up. Got it. Dead eye. That's 4 threes. Royce gives it back to Mountain Mike. Kylie has an 18-point game, 28 minutes on the floor. Confident shot.
Reason why Conley can be more of himself like he was at Memphis, because Bogey being out, there's 20 points there that have to be made up.
Allen, Valanciunas to Morant. Here's Allen, who's had the hot hand from outside, like that wing 3. And there it is again. Grizzlies 3-point shots made today. Clarkson, new look, kicks it out. Royce, wide open, bang. Another 3. Royce feeling the groove.
You know how old that movie is? I've got that on Laserdisc, Bowler.
I've got it on a VCR tape. Joe, 3.
Yes.
Got it.
I tell you what, and he's feeling it.
Why
he's
not?
feeling it, Bowler.
Ingles. Iron Man keeps getting the job done. 372 consecutive games. Talking about a hot hand from 3.
No question. I think Matt could speak to this too, is that, one game kind of flows into another. If you're finding each other and you're getting back to things that you're used to.
We'll be back on the air with pancakes on Friday. 10:30 pregame, 11 o'clock tip. San Antonio have a 31-point fourth. They're going to win this game to go to 43-25, 2-2 in the first 4 games here in the bubble. He's been averaging about 4 in the bubble. So, you ask the question that's been asked, who will make up Bogey's 20?
Evan Mitchell's got 6. Ingles has 5 assists. It seems like everyone was sharing the ball. That's the secret to me.
Yeah.